Jimmy Murphy here. Man, it's been a while doing a Garden Report on Ice. I feel it was last season now? No, about a month or so I've been on hiatus from Garden Report on Ice, but that's because the Bruins have been on the road so much, and my cameraman Mike Dussault and I have been unable to bring this to you, but here we are at TD Garden after a momentous message-sending playoff field win by the Boston Bruins, beating the Tampa Bay Lightning 4-2, overtaking the Lightning finally for first place in the Eastern Conference and the Atlantic Division with a game in hand still. So Bruins looking good right now as they head down the stretch run here with just over a week left in this 2017-18 season. They will play the Florida Panthers next and then the Philadelphia Flyers on Sunday. But let's get to the way this team's been playing right now, and specifically in that game against the Tampa Bay Lightning. As I said, a message-sending type game, and of all places for that message to originate, it came between the pipes. Tuukka Rask taking exception to, I didn't think it was that bad, but apparently he did. He thought maybe Corey Conacher took some liberties running into the net, carrying Brandon Carlo in right behind him, and Tuukka Rask turned around and started swinging haymakers. The next thing we know, we got a fracas. We got Andrei Vasilevsky coming down from the other side of the ice, wanting to go at Tuukka, but being held back from the refs. And somehow the Bruins end up with a power play out of it, but they don't score. But the tone was set there. And then later on, we saw, of all people, David Pastrnak getting in a little tussle there as he came to the defense of Patrice Bergeron, who was knocked down by Dan Giardi, defenseman of Tampa Bay Lightning. Pastrnak ends up getting a Gordie Howe hat trick, thanks to a loyal follower there, by the way, at Bruins CLNS for pointing that out to me. I forgot. I can't believe that. But I'll tell you, it was just, this team once again showed that they are a team. And after the game, that was the common theme amongst the coach and the players, where they just said, look, we're going to go to bat for each other no matter what. We want to prove that we can hang with this team and hang with them. They're ahead of the Tampa Bay Lightning now, and that's what they spoke about after the game.
I don't know if it's a statement. I guess when you look at the importance of the game, I mean, they've been in first place pretty much as long as I can remember this year. So that's nice to pass them. But, I mean, listen, they're a good hockey club, and are going to be a handful whether we get them, whoever gets them in the playoffs, and we would like to think we're the same way, whether you're first, second, or third. I think in our division it's hard to choose from the top three teams, at least in the games that I've seen. So I don't know if it's a statement or not. I think our guys in the room felt that we play our game, we could beat them. We have before. So, and I thought we did for the most part.
Tukes, obviously, you get the goalie involved with anything, the emotions start to go. But Pasta to, defend Bergie a little bit there, who felt a little liberty was taken on him. Maybe probably a clean hit, but you can't have your better players be taken advantage of like that. And kudos to Pasta for stepping up, fighting a bigger guy who's maybe a little more used to having his gloves off. But that's one heck of a job by a 21-year-old kid that's really starting to get it and really starting to have an all-around game. And can't say enough about those actions. And I think the rest of the game too, there were plenty of willing combatants that were stepping up for each other, sticking together. And when the other team sticks together like that, it feels like there's 8 guys on the ice instead of just 5. And that's a good feeling to have in this room. It was a good character building and team building sort of game where we stuck together, we killed penalties when we needed to, and made plays and sacrificed for each other. And that's all winning characters of a team, and I love it.
It just felt, to me that I don't think our own Ds were jumping on me, and, I felt like they were pushed or something. So I just had to let them know that I'm there, and just have it twice. So I just jumped in there and threw a couple punches, and that's it.
I think, it was perfect timing. Tight game, playing for the first place in the division. I think it was perfect timing.
You gonna get some tips from Tuukka now?
Yeah, as soon as Tuukka actually fires me up, as soon as I saw him running around in the first or second period, so I was like, oh, I guess it's my time now.
It's great. It shows that, again, like you said, he's engaged. He's in the game and emotional. That's when a lot of guys play the best, when they're emotional like that. And again, he's stepping up for his teammates and reacting the way he does. He had a great game, so good to see.
So it looks like the Bruins are really in that playoff mindset, but man, it seems like they've been in that for most of the year. But as the playoffs get closer here, the expectations are going to rise. You had the Boston Bruins fans as the game wound down with 5 seconds left and another fracas breaking out in the corner, chanting, "We want the cup." I mean, I remember the year they won the cup and the year they went in 2013 against the Blackhawks. That didn't start until the playoffs, and maybe a little before, but not this early. And we've already heard it a couple times here at TD Garden, so obviously the expectations are rising. The big question now can this young Bruins team meet them? I don't know. That's going to be a big question mark. I'm going to need a little time to analyze that. I discussed it a little with Mick Colaggio in the Bruins beat. I urge you to check that out on CLNS Media and on our Twitter handle @BruinsCLNS. Both of us kind of see them as maybe a second-round team, maybe going 7 games in the second round and just falling short of the conference final. But you know what? Every time I think that this team's going to lose or they're going to hit a wall, they make me look stupid. So I'm never going to count this Boston Bruins team out. We'll get more into playoff preview as we get closer to the end of the season here and just after here on CLNS Media and the Garden Report on Ice. I'm Jimmy Murphy from TD Garden. Have a good one.